Welcome back to Game Crunch, everyone, keeping you up to date with the latest in the video game world. Now, if you can't tell, I'm still dealing with a little bit of a cold, but we're going to get through it. I'm going to try and edit out as many sniffles as I can. Now, today is going to be a little bit of a Call of Duty day. We've got reports of records breaking, initial sale figures, and then basically some statements on how development on future Call of Duties is going to work going forward. So if this is your thing and you like to stay up to date with the latest in the video game world, consider giving Game Crunch a like and subscribe. Really helps the channel grow, and it probably make me feel a little better at the same time. But let's just get right into it. Now, Microsoft is reporting a pretty stellar launch for Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which hit store shelves and Game Pass October 25th. Notably, Black Ops 6 became the first game in the franchise to release on Xbox Game Pass from day one, boosting Game Pass subscriber numbers on launch day. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella highlighted the game's success during an earnings call, stating that the launch set new records for day one player engagement, with additional sales growth on PlayStation and Steam. Unit sales were up over 60% year on year, indicating that Black Ops 6 has struck a chord with audiences across all platforms. The game's success is adding major value to Microsoft's strategy of making titles accessible across multiple platforms and devices. Additionally, Activision Blizzard, now part of Microsoft, announced that Black Ops 6's first big content drop would come with the launch of Warzone Season 1 on November 14th. Players can look forward to a large collection of free content, including new multiplayer maps, a zombie mode, and fresh Warzone updates. This follows the addition of fan-favorite map Nuketown and the Infected multiplayer mode, both coming shortly after the game's launch. Now, with that being said, I'd like to know what your thoughts are on Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I have been playing it, and honestly, I haven't played a Call of Duty since about Black Ops 2. At least, seriously, I played a little bit of Ghosts, and I think I played, another one, Black Ops 3, just a tiny bit, but this is the first one I've actually put some time into, and I gotta say it's pretty good overall. My main complaints is I really just hate the sliding mechanics, and I feel like around Ghosts, even Black Ops 2, is when the map started to get a little bit too busy. So it seems like every time you turn a corner, there's 80 different lines of sights where someone could be hiding, which gets a little annoying. In the older Call of Duties, it was you turn a corner and there might be 3, maybe 4 little corners or spots where someone could be hiding. So I feel like because it's so busy, I'm always getting shot in the back, and it is much, much faster than older Call of Duties, but I kind of like the little bit more tactical, slower approach to some of the older games. But what are your thoughts? Let me know down below. But now let's get into some of the nitty-gritty as far as some of the initial sales figures and how development of future Call of Duty iterations is going to work. Microsoft has reported a strong 43% year-over-year revenue growth in its Xbox division for its first fiscal quarter, with much of that credit going to the acquisition of Activision Blizzard in October 2023 last year. This deal brought popular franchises like Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and Diablo all under Microsoft's umbrella, resulting in a 61% increase in Xbox content and services revenue. Although Xbox hardware revenue saw a 29% decline, the content and services growth helped more than make up the difference. Analysts have projected that the Black Ops 6 launch on Game Pass could drive up to 4 million new Game Pass subscriptions, making it a key title in Microsoft's strategy to expand its subscription base. In a recent interview, Activision's Matt Cox, Senior Vice President and General Manager of Call of Duty, stated that even under Microsoft's ownership, the development structure of Call of Duty remains largely unchanged. With up to 15 studios involved in the franchise, studios like Treyarch and Raven continue to collaborate closely on each release. This teamwork is designed to keep up with the franchise's annual release cycle, giving each team enough to deliver polished titles. The success of Black Ops 6 is a promising indicator for Microsoft and Activision, with both companies hoping that the game's record-breaking launch and upcoming content will continue to drive engagement and revenue. Microsoft's gaming sector seems posted for an exciting year, especially with the full impact of Activision acquisition expected to show up in the next earnings report. Now, one little bit of 2 cents I gotta throw in here is we did hear with the initial acquisition of Microsoft. I told you, I'm sick. The initial acquisition of Activision Blizzard, there was talks initially that there was going to possibly be a longer development cycle between Call of Duties to really make sure that they were more polished, and because we've kind of seen this sports game sort of effect that every Call of Duty comes out is kind of just more of the same. And it seems like to me they're kind of shifting away from that again, probably due to money, of course. The other thing I really don't agree with here on Xbox is I get that they're seeing the short-term revenue gains from just putting their games kind of everywhere, but I really think it is short-sighted, and you can kind of see that in the decline of the Xbox console sales. I really think they're shooting themselves in the foot for the long term. But of course, as always, let me know what you think down below. Thank you for bearing with me as I get through this and I'm getting over this cold, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one.